Hello and welcome to Stories. Stories is all about sharing successful stories of people around the world. And today I have Miss Zain with me. Good evening, Miss Zain. Thank you for joining the show.
Good evening. Thank you for having me, Jason.
Thank you so much. Miss Zain, before starting the show, how are you today?
I'm doing well. This is my favorite time of year, so I'm doing great. Thank you.
Ms. Zain, before going ahead, we would like to know about your background, what your current associations, what are you involved in right now?
Sure. So I am currently the head of brand and marketing reputation at Google. I focus on the Middle East and North Africa region, so basically Arabic-speaking markets. And I look after a lot of our programs that have to do with digital skills and digital skills education. So I really focus on that, and I'm very passionate about these topics.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. Uh, when you're talking about Google, you're on a very high position right now, and success is coming by your way. So I would like to know about your success strategy. How did you approach your whole activities and engagements?
Sure. So I really focus on impact. So in any project that I do, I try to think about the impact and make sure that the impact is measurable, so that I'm able to basically measure the success of it. So I really put that as a priority in terms of the projects that I take on, and I ensure that the projects have impact and have sustainable impact as well. So success to me is impact, and once you unlock that impact, you should think about the scale. So how can you scale that impact and make sure that it reaches as many people as possible? So for example, in the case of digital skills education, which are the programs that I'm currently spearheading, I think about how can I impact individuals that truly need that type of access to that information, and how I can reach that community, and then how I can reach them in scale. So impact at scale in summary.
Yeah. So when we talk about success, there will be a lot of challenges also with that, especially being at the top of a brand which is so reputed. Would you like to share about your obstacles, your challenges? How did you overcome it?
Yes, of course. So, in roles within marketing, there are many challenges that you could face. There isn't a single like recipe that can help you overcome challenges, but there are certain ingredients that can help you build that foundation that can later help you overcome challenges, regardless of what they are. And for me, that foundation is basically a support system. So it's the idea that you need a support system, whether that's family members or your life partner or friends, that you can really bounce ideas off of and troubleshoot when you have a challenge. And another area of support that I've been exploring is life coaching. So I've been trying that out for the last year, and it's been very, very helpful for me. So generally finding that person or group of people that you can lean on for support. Basically your allies. We've been hearing that term a lot over the last few years. So finding your allies is very, very important, and helps you not only bounce ideas and discuss, but also troubleshoot and find solutions when you are faced with a challenge.
Yeah, especially in this times when digitalization is being explored to its fullest. I think there are lots of threat also involved with it. Lot of potential threat. People are misusing the digital space, misusing the online freedom which they are being given. So, would you like to
Yeah.
share some expertise from your side when people has to be more careful when they approach the digital, maybe in the transaction wise or in the financial transaction wise, or maybe sharing informations?
Yeah, sure. So, yes, internet safety is a huge topic that's very important, especially as more and more young people also are using the internet.
Yeah.
We have a lot of programs that help people learn the fundamentals of online safety. One of them is called Be Internet Awesome, but we also have some programs for, depending on your age group.
Yeah.
And there are lots of harms that you could face, from cyberbullying to identity theft. Generally, some general tips could be things like making sure that you use a different password, making sure that your password has a range of characters, including capital letters and basically like question marks, exclamation points, things like that, and making sure that you're not using the same password multiple times. Being very careful where you share information like your credit card, so making sure that when you're using a website for an online transaction, that the website is safe and reputable. So do your research before sharing that information. As well as other sensitive information like your address, your birth date, any personally identifiable information. So always do your research and be very careful where you share that information. And if you do, make sure that you're using a solid password. So always password protected and using a unique password every single time.
Yeah, when we're talking about unique passwords, out of curiosity, because sometimes system itself generates an automatic password, and it's so
Mhm.
tough to remember that password because it's like alphabetical, numerical, dash, and all that. It's a mixed one. Is it safe to use that system generated passwords, or is it always good to have our own password?
I would say it's good to think of your own passwords, but there are these systems that save them. So Google, for example, has one as well that is reputable and has been tested. So it's worth trying, but always make sure that you have them saved and that you can that they're always unique every single time. So that's the
Yeah.
key,
Yeah.
always.
So, to wind up the show, ma'am, it's a great honor to host you. Before winding up, any three or four advices would you like to share to young people out there who wish to start their career or wish to move ahead? Because there is a lot of depression and sadness around during these COVID times by losing jobs, and they are on like what to do next. So, would you like to share something to them on this platform?
Sure, yes. So it has been a very rough and challenging year for everyone.
Yeah.
Some tips that have helped me throughout my journey, and especially this year, the first one is to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
And we hear about this a lot, but to me, it's always been very vague and it sounds kind of expensive, but it doesn't have to be. And it's not always financial investment. So investing in yourself means investing your time, your effort, your energy, and trying to find efficiencies with that.
Yeah.
And when you invest in yourself, you should always try to challenge yourself, especially if you don't feel very challenged by your current career or course of study. Find opportunities to grow and expand your horizons. This could be a course, and I really love skill-based courses. So a course where you can leave with a skill that you can maybe open up a new revenue stream for yourself, or think about a plan B, or maybe even a retirement plan. So we're thinking of no matter where you are in your career, lifelong learning matters. So always challenge yourself. The second piece of advice is to share your knowledge. So a lot like we're doing right now,
Yeah.
but this is a very important practice. So it can also be sharing your accomplishments or sometimes your failures, because I think that the new generation needs role models as well. So it really helps all around. It helps you boost your profile and share your knowledge. It helps other people as well learn from your success and also learn from your mistakes.
Correct.
So that's the second tip. And the third one is to set monthly goals. So right now we're closing the door on 2020 and we're about to embark into 2021. So people are thinking of New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
And I always think about them. But as of last year and also this year, I'm moving more towards monthly goals. And that's because research shows that people break their New Year's resolutions by the 17th of January, which is it's very demotivating and it's very rough. So when you think about it monthly, it's so much easier to think about what you're going to do over the next 30 days rather than the next 365 days.
Exactly.
So if you think about monthly, what I'm going to do over this month, it's much more measurable and achievable, and it's less daunting and overwhelming. So think about monthly goals would be my third tip.
Amazing. It's all about smart goals.
Yes, definitely. They should be measurable and putting that time limit that is, you
Yeah.
feel more in control if it's just a month versus a year. So less chance of you breaking them, I think. So yeah, and they should be smart goals for sure.
Thanks so much, Ms. Zain, for joining the show. Thanks so much for
Thank
the advices. And in such a short period of career, you have encountered so much greatness, and you are willing to come out of that comfort zone and sharing the knowledge to the people. Thanks a lot for that. Thank you so much for your time spent on stories. May God bless you on your career ahead, and you achieve heights of success in your future.
Thank you so much for having me, Jason, and for creating this amazing platform to share knowledge. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye.